Hello and thanks for checking out my video. In today's video I am going to be talking about prospecting tips for network marketing. My name is Richard Murphy and I am from New Zealand, so for now just sit back, relax and enjoy the video. Prospecting tips for network marketing. In this article I'm going to share with you some prospecting tips for network marketing. The advantages and disadvantages of each action are discussed. By taking advantage of the two ideas and applying them to your business you will benefit. You might be thinking, I get it. How do I use these to get ahead in my business? The first advantage is to go where the competition is. The good news is that you don't have to go where the competition is. Your competitors may be running to the same advantages but they don't have the same disadvantages. It is just a matter of getting in front of the people that are willing to buy now and join you later. When I say this, I mean competitors in your market. People who are more advanced in their marketing. Their benefit is that they are not as good as you, so they can charge less. The disadvantage is that if you get caught up in their advantage, you will lose your position as a leader in your industry. They might have a better product but you have the knowledge of your customers and how they perceive your products. It is not the same product and service. A good company that has disadvantages does not mean that you should not be good. The second advantage is to stay in your niche. The disadvantage of this one is that you can get lost in other niches. If you're not marketing well then you won't make a lot of money, and if you're not marketing enough then you might be selling to yourself. When you are selling to yourself, it means that you're selling to everyone. The advantage is that you will develop your product. The more sales you make the better you will be. The problem with this idea is that you might be able to sell to everyone, but you won't know if you are selling to someone who will use your product. Another thing to consider is the time that you spend out there. There will be many opportunities that come in your niche and you need to figure out which one you want to take. If you take all of them you won't have time to pursue one of them. The disadvantage is that you might lose interest in your product. You might feel frustrated because there's no profit in your product. You might be running into the limitations of your niche. When this happens, you can't come back and help another market. The third advantage is to wait on the group that you are trying to attract. There is always the possibility that they won't respond to you. In this case, you have to wait until you reach them. This might take years or even decades. The disadvantage is that you may be focusing on an audience that doesn't respond to you. You can lose out on some of your leads. This might cost you lots of money. The best advantage is that you are not selling to yourself. Knowing these advantages can help you turn prospects into customers. It is important to understand that the advantages are just benefits and the disadvantages are disadvantages. You can use them to your advantage. Network marketing tips for selling online. When you're about to begin your network marketing career, you are going to want to be prepared for a few of the most important issues that you will face as you move through your work. The first thing that you must understand is the notion of advantage and disadvantage. These two terms have a lot of depth to them and, if you don't learn to read between the lines, you could get yourself into trouble before you even make it to the beginning of your journey. Let's take a look at both of these concepts. A prospect is an individual or group of individuals who are ready to buy your product. In the field of network marketing, you are going to find a huge number of individuals and groups looking for your services and products. A prospect is a potential buyer, and an opportunity to sell your products and services to this prospect is known as prospecting. The idea behind opportunity is an advantage. It means that you can use the opportunity to sell your products and services to a buyer. There are many advantages that you can use in your work, including some that will not be obvious at first. Now that you understand these concepts, you will be in a position to spot when your prospecting efforts are working or not. Your disadvantage is the fact that you have no control over the people who go through your doors. Every single door you open will require an individual to take advantage of the opportunity presented by you. If this individual doesn't take advantage of the opportunity, they can find themselves being shut out from your products and services. You may find that your profit is on the decline because you are losing customers to your competition. Don't get worried. This does not mean that you are doing something wrong. You have to understand that there are groups of people who will always take advantage of your business no matter what you do. To counteract this, you should offer a large selection of products and services to your prospect and expand your target market. It can be a slow process, but it will pay off in the end. There is no reason to lose your client base to other competitors. Next, the idea of the advantage is the negative aspect of prospecting. It means that you have made a mistake and a bad decision. There are many ways that you can screw up your work and you might not even realize it. But the great news is that you are probably still in a position to make good choices. Here are some things that you can do to improve your situation. Be cautious about overpromising. You have to make sure that you get your point across clearly and that you are not looking too far ahead. This will help your prospect to realize that you are just a beginning. Make sure that you get in touch with each prospect. Before you begin your work, be sure that you reach out to each one and make sure that they know that you are here to help them. Every person has his or her own reasons for wanting to get involved in the work of a network marketer. When you offer a deal, take advantage of the fact that your prospect is already happy with the way things are going. If you get in touch with someone who is very disappointed with your offerings, you might be in for a nasty surprise. All of these prospects have different priorities and their actions will be different from one another. A good network marketer should be able to present products that appeal to each individual's taste. Finally, the idea of disadvantage is that you could get into trouble. This is where you have to learn to listen to your gut. This doesn't mean that you need to run from the law. You need to be alert and keep a sharp eye on your actions. Be mindful of people who seem less than honest or who are sketchy about their selling tactics. If you can spot the importance of listening and your gut instincts, you should be able to discover the ways that you can add to your advantage as a network marketer. It's a very exciting time and you are going to learn how to make the most of the opportunities that you encounter. Prospecting tips for network marketing. As I was going through my 20s, I read some very interesting books on internet marketing. One of them was Prospecting Tips for Network Marketing, and I think it is a must-read for anyone that has been working in network marketing. This book is meant to help people get started with this lucrative business opportunity. Before starting a network marketing opportunity, people should know all the facts about the network marketing industry. In this book, you will learn why you should join your local church, how to get people to join your organization, how to build a network, how to find referrals, how to develop a good marketing plan, and much more. The best part about the book is that it is not a system or a business plan that a person should just buy. Instead, it is a guide that can give the person an idea of what is involved in network marketing and help them learn how to work on their own. The first step of the process, in this book, is finding out where to sell your product. Find an area that is not saturated with people in the area. You want to find a good area, but also a great location to start your internet marketing business. The next step is to find out who has the most potential in this area and then contact them and ask them to be a member of your organization. When you contact a prospect, make sure you do it in a professional way. As I said earlier, this is a guide that you should not spend a lot of money on, and it is only meant for a short period of time. Articles are an excellent source of information that people will look for when looking for a product. Once you have the person as a member of your company, then you can send them an email to see if they are interested in signing up. In this process, you will want to mention your product in the email. Never let the person know anything about the product or the services that you are offering until after you have had a chance to meet with them. This will help to establish trust and build a relationship between you and your prospect. When you meet with the person, try to show them your product and make sure it looks good and that it is not something that can be used by someone else. Be careful not to tell them everything about the product because this could scare them away. Instead, you want to let them know what it can do for them. Finally, offer to send them a free report of what you have done so far and encourage them to subscribe to your newsletter. You can use this information to develop an email marketing strategy that will build your business. Don't confuse this book with getting into a marketing system. While there are some good ones out there, the two are not the same. There are a few that are good, but not everyone can use them to start a successful network marketing business. This is why the book is intended to help a person find a niche subject and use their own skills to market the product. There are many books out there that are intended to help a person build a network marketing business, but there are no books that can show a person how to build a network marketing business. Prospecting tips for network marketing is something that can be a little bit expensive to purchase, but if you have a question about internet marketing, then it will probably be worth your time to invest in. It may seem like a lot of work, but if you follow the advice in this book, then you will have no problems in getting things going. Thanks for watching my video about prospecting tips for network marketing. If you got value from watching my video, hit the subscribe button below this video. Well, that's about all from me. This is Richard Murphy from New Zealand signing off until my next video.